Hey everyone, Chelsey Davis here, and the finale of The Baker and the Beauty is tonight. And joining me right now is Dan Bucatinsky. Hey Dan, how's it going?
Hi, Chelsey. I'm good. I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Of course, thank you so much for joining me. And it's a 2-hour season finale tonight, so what can we expect?
Yeah, I mean, we were so excited to find out that we were going to get to play episodes 8 and 9 together in a 2-hour finale because when we got the scripts, both of them were so complete and felt so exciting and take the story to another level. The first hour is all about sort of repairing all of these fractured relationships and surprises at this quinceañera and the whole family dancing. It's a very jubilant and exciting episode. At the same time, Lewis is convalescing from his cancer treatments, and he too goes through a kind of transformation and realization about how much he's been running from romance and love in his own life. And there's nothing like brushing with mortality to realize what's really important. And then the final hour is like this Notting Hill shot from a cannon story that takes us right up until the end in this love story between this Noah Hamilton beauty and the baker, Daniel Garcia.
It is such a great rom-com. Everybody loves a good love story, and it's been really fun to watch the transformation of your character. Do you feel like you connect with Lewis in your everyday life?
I do in a way. I mean, I think Lewis in many ways is like me, but also Lewis has got a very unedited kind of shoots from the hip, doesn't care what people think when he speaks, which I'm not like that. I wish I were a little bit more like that. I care deeply what people think. So it's very fun to play somebody who he doesn't care that people call him a jerk, but the reality is underneath it is an unbelievable heart and a protective instinct to take care of Noah Hamilton, who's a lot more like a daughter to him than anything else. And I have a daughter in real life, so I really connected to that sort of paternal instinct in him. I've also loved how the season has started him off so against Noah and this romance with this baker. And as the season unfolds and his own illness starts to weigh on him, you start to see a real change in Lewis. And it was very fun and very satisfying to play.
I bet it was. You and your castmates have such great chemistry. How are you guys staying connected off set? Maybe some virtual parties?
We were very close cast. You know, we shot in Puerto Rico for 5 months together, so we all became like a real family. And so we are on a text chain daily with each other. We've gotten together in a distance hangout a couple of times, staying our 6 feet apart from each other. And we've had a couple of Zoom parties together, which has been really, really fun because we're very close.
Aw, I love that. They're like your second family. And since the title of the show says The Baker and the Beauty, I'm just curious, do you like to bake at home with your husband and kiddos, or are you not into that?
No, no, no. I am into baking, especially now more than ever. Maybe it's the baker and the beauty that has inspired me. I've been posting on Instagram. You can follow me, and you'll see my videos that are about baking and beautifying during the quarantine. I've been baking bread. I find it so unbelievably satisfying when you can't control the variables outside the world, but you can control them in your oven, and then you have a big piece of bread at the end of it. It's kind of exciting. My kids are tired of me baking, but I'm doing it every day.
Your kids are probably like, Dad, enough with the bread. Let's please have some cookies. You mentioned beautifying. What's that about?
Put the oven mitts down, my kids are kind of constantly telling me. And the beautifying is like while bread's in the oven, why not put a mud mask on and, 10 minutes later, take it off and you feel a lot fresher even though you haven't been able to leave the house.
Anything to make you feel fresh. I love it. You were a guest on In the Envelope, the Actors podcast, and you have done so many different things. You're an award-winning actor. You've been on the producing side. You're a writer as well. What advice would you give to people chasing their dreams, whether it's in your world or an outside career?
Well, I've talked about this a lot. That a lot of what I've stumbled into, both as a writer and as a producer, has been because of obstacles that were thrown my way. When I couldn't get a job as an actor, I wrote plays for myself to be in, and then a movie, and then I started writing for television, all as a means of trying to get a job. I always encourage young people not to be afraid of their failures, to use them as opportunities to pivot and maybe try something that they never thought they can do before, and try to put your own destiny in your own hands. It doesn't always work, and you get said, believe me, you get no a lot more than you get yes. But those are the things, getting past those obstacles are the ways in which you wind up experiencing a lot of the successes as well.
Amen to that. My dad always told me the sky's the limit when your heart is in it.
That's great.
You worked on a show called 25 Words or Less, so let's go with less here. Can you give me one word to describe the show and another word to describe the finale?
One word. Don't I get 25 words?
No,
I guess you want less. One word. The show is really about love more than anything else. And the finale is catharsis.
Nailed it! Great job, Dan. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me today. Is there anything else you want to mention?
Thanks so much. Tell everyone to follow us on social media. The Baker and the Beauty and Dan Bucatinsky, we're going to be posting a lot of sneak peeks for the finale. So thank you for that.
It's my pleasure. And thanks again. Stay safe.
You too. Stay safe.
You can watch the 2-hour season finale of The Baker and the Beauty. It's on at 8 o'clock tonight on ABC 15 Arizona.